Hi guys, so today we are going to do aphasia. So this topic is also related to disorder. So first of all we are going to talk about what is it, then what is does, then types, then how we can improve this disorder and what are the treatments and what we can do with the child. So first of all, what is it? It is a language disorder which is acquired disorder caused by the brain damage. Now how it is caused by brain damage? So फिज़िकल डैमेज टू द ब्रेन, जो अगर इंजरी वगैरह हो जाती है उसकी वजह से ब्रेन में अफेजिया हो सकता है, या फिर अगर आपके ब्रेन में ट्यूमर था तो उससे हो सकता है, या इन्फेक्शन कोई बहुत ज़्यादा आपके ब्रेन में हो उससे, या फिर डिमेंशिया या फिर स्ट्रोक. ठीक है, मोस्ट कॉमन रीजंस जैसे स्ट्रोक और इंजरी होता है अगर किसी को अफेजिया होता है तो. ठीक है, और इससे होता क्या है, व्हाट इट डज. सो इट बेसिकली इम्पेयर्स द एबिलिटी टू स्पीक एंड अंडरस्टैंड अदर्स, डिफिकल्टी इन रीडिंग राइटिंग एंड बट इट डजेंट अफेक्ट द इंटेलिजेंस. सो बेसिकली क्या होता है कि जो आपके बोलने की और समझने की क्षमता है वो कम हो जाती है, और जो बेसिकली आपका फ्लुएंसी है, कॉम्प्रीहेंशन है, वो आपका ख़त्म हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो अब हम बात करते हैं कि टाइप्स कैसे होते हैं. सो जो बहुत बेसिक टाइप्स हैं, जो इसके 3 बेसिक टाइप्स हैं उनको मैंने मेंशन करा हुआ है, बाद में मैंने बाकी सारे टाइप्स बता रखे हैं, पर पहले हम उन 3 की बात करते हैं. So first of all, we are going to talk about Broca's aphasia. So in this aphasia, the speech is not fluent. The child will utter short utterances, short sentences, and may be able to comprehend the readings and spoken language fairly well, but will struggle with writing. And this aphasia affects the way language is produced. Now moving on to next aphasia. So this is Wernicke's aphasia. This is also known as the fluent aphasia. In this aphasia, the child will have difficulty in attributing the correct meaning of the spoken words. That means the child won't be able to comprehend the words, and word may not make lexical sense and may read but won't be able to give its meaning. So basically understanding language will become difficult, and word production will be normal and word placement will be incorrect. Now the third type of aphasia is global aphasia. This is the most severe form of disorder. Why? Because this aphasia is related with both the Broca's aphasia and Wernicke's aphasia. So here the child will lose the ability to read, write and understand the spoken language, and both the production and understanding of the language will be impaired. Now, what are the some of the warning signs that we can see if we feel the child has aphasia? So, the child will have weakness on one side of the body. The child will be having trouble in seeing. The child will feel dizziness or trouble walking, headache for no reason, confusion while talking and understanding, struggle in finding the right word, trouble with numbers. The child may have trouble with numbers. It is not necessarily true, and the child will be able to comprehend. So now I have made a diagram for you so that you can understand the how the brain works, left hemisphere and right hemisphere. So the left hemisphere is used for the verbal task and the right hemisphere is used for the non-verbal task. The left hemisphere controls the speaking, reading, writing, science, maths, right hand touch, sensory organs, or our responses, and the right hemisphere controls our spatial tasks, creativity, art, music, and left hand responses. Now we will see these different types of aphasias. We have already talked about the global, Broca's and Wernicke's aphasia, but here we will talk about some more aphasias. And here you can see the 3 parameters on which we will determine the type of aphasia are based on the fluency, comprehension and repetition. So first of all, I am going to divide it. So there are total of 8 aphasias I have mentioned here. So the aphasia which are following the brown line have a no on them, and the aphasia which are following the neon line on them have a yes. So let's say I'm also going to make a table for that if you get confused with the diagram. So let's say for the global aphasia there is a brown line. That means the fluency part is absent if the child is suffering from global aphasia. Then moving on to comprehension. So the comprehension has a brown line again. That means the child is also not able to comprehend the meaning of written or spoken language. And last, if the child repeats, so that is also absent. As you can see, the brown line is available. So that means in global aphasia the child will lose the fluency, the child won't be able to comprehend, but the child won't repeat himself. That means, let's just say if the child has to say, I want to drink water, the child won't repeat the sentence many times in order to correct his pronunciation, or in order to find the right words. The child will speak the sentence smoothly. So, what if, let's say, the mixed transcortical aphasia. There is a tick in the mixed transcortical aphasia. So what that means is the child will repeat the sentences many times, because he won't be able to find the correct word, or his pronunciations won't be correct. So from this table you can see, on the basis of fluency, comprehension and repetition, what kind of aphasia the child is having. So based on this table you can mark the signs you see in a child. So you would be able to recognize what sort of aphasia the child might have. Now moving on to the treatment. So the type of aphasia which is caused by transient ischemic attack may be recovered within 3 months. That aphasia is spontaneously recovered. Besides, for the therapy part, if you are going to do a physical therapy part for the school children, what you can do is you can do melodic intonation therapy, which is accessing words via songs. So for example, if you want to say a sentence, rather than saying the sentence, you can sing the sentence. That is also known as music therapy. Besides, you can also use computer tests, which are also called speech language therapy. So in those tests you can use 5 questions, 10 questions, very simple questions. For example, what is the opposite of hot, what is the opposite of far. So this type of small test will help the child to engage in more tasks related to the language. Now, besides, the drugs that you can use are minmentine and piracetam. So what these drugs do, they improve the blood flow and they help the brain to function properly. But if you are watching and you know the name of these drugs, don't buy them just because I have said that these are the treatment drugs, because they require utmost diagnosis, and many times the diagnosis has not been properly done. So make sure before buying these you have a proper prescription, and you know what type of aphasia the child is facing. Now besides that, brain stimulation can also be done, which basically have to do with the betterment of working of the brain function. Besides, if the aphasia is injury based, that means there is a tumor in the brain. So what the surgeons will do is basically they will remove the tumor, and then further we can proceed the therapy. Besides, there is also treatment which is known as PACE therapy, that is promoting aphasic communication effectiveness, which is basically turn taking while talking. So what you do is you speak something, then you give time to the child or the client who is not able to comprehend and speak fluently. So if the client is repeating itself a lot, then what you can do is you can move slowly, words by words, rather than saying the full sentence. So first you can do is you speak 2 3 words, then the client will speak 2 3 words behind you, and so on. So these are the treatments that you can try with the child or an adult who has aphasia. I hope now you know the types of aphasia and how you can see the signs of each one of those 8 aphasias we discussed, and what you can do for the treatment. Bye guys.